So today we are joined by Faith Kabira, who's the founder of Aliza's Salon. So she'll tell us much more about it. She's 30 years old and she's looking forward to making this wellness center one of the best in Kenya. Welcome, Faith.
Thank you so much for coming, Maggie. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how Aliza's was formed and when was it started?
Okay. So Aliza's was started in 2013, July 2013, by myself. It was right after I decided I wanted to quit my job in advertising. So I was passionate about beauty, and from the people I talked to then, they were of the opinion that a barbershop would be easier to run than even a salon. So I decided to start small with a barbershop at Commodore Office Suites, which is along Gong Road in Kilimani, and that's where our journey began.
So you moved from the name His and Hers to
Yes.
Aliza's.
Yes.
What informed the decision?
When we opened His and Hers, we worked on a small marketing campaign and we put His and Hers barbershop on the TV, and there was lots of noise, His and Hers, and everybody wanted to see that barbershop. But around 1 year down the line, we found so many other salons and even other forms of businesses which went by the name of His and Hers. So we were getting lost. Also, we felt like we were marketing for different businesses, and we were not standing out, at least not with our name. So we decided to change the name in 2015, which was 2 years after we had started. We named the business Aliza's. Aliza's is a registered trademark. So we cannot now change the name and nobody can take our name as well. And it's named after my daughter, who is 3. Her name is Aliza.
Tell us, how did your family react to you moving from employment advertising into the world of wellness?
You'll be very surprised that I come from a big family of 7. I'm the 6th in the family. I have 5 elder sisters who are all entrepreneurs. They're doing different businesses. So they were very, very encouraging. They actually prompted me to just leave, start now, start when you're young. Don't wait to start when you're older like us. You see what happens when you get very comfortable. And I could have gotten comfortable. I was 26 when I left, 25, 26 when I left. And that's the time when you want that job, you want your own space, you want that office, you want to wear the high heels, you don't want to be tired, you just want to be glamorous. Yeah. But they were like, start now. If you wait 10 years and start when you're 35, it will be a little too late. Because when you're starting later, you have more responsibilities. It's easier to start to take the risk when you're younger. So they were very supportive of my decision, and they were happy I did that then.
So tell me, how much was your starting capital and how did you source it?
When we started the barbershop, I actually went to China, and I remember for the barbershop, I spent around 1.5 million in China in terms of equipment. And then locally, the fit out and everything else cost us around another 1.5 million. So initially we started with around 3 million. The source then was from life savings at the time, because we wanted to start something which was not too big.
Okay.
So, but then of course, 3 million is a lot of money. It turned out to be more expensive than we thought. And you realize in business, once you start, you always have to keep giving in. It's almost sometimes like a bottomless pit, which never gets full. So we started with around 3M, but later on, as we were growing, of course, we needed to put in more and more.
How many employees did you start with and how many do you have today?
I started with 2. I had a beautician who doubled up as a receptionist, myself, and I had 1 barber. That's how we opened day 1. In fact, the barber, we got him on the day we were opening. Today, in the 3 branches, we are around 50. It feels like many, but not too many. Sometimes I feel like we are even not enough. We are around 50 now.
Tell us, what do you think takes to grow a business? Because growing a business from 3 customers to 50 is no easy feat. People hardly are able to do that.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's the work that needs to be put in to grow a business?
I think growing a business takes a lot from very many angles. The first one I think of is the commitment of the business owner. Because when I started, I actually wanted to start the business and do my job at the same time. But during setting up, I was on leave at the time. I just realized I can't leave this to anyone. First, I don't know much about the beauty industry myself. I am not a professional in that department. Then secondly, it's your investment. It's like a baby. So how do you leave it to somebody else? So you have to be 100% committed. And also you have to have a vision. You have to know where you want to go. Because anyone can open a salon or a barbershop or a spa. There are so many in Nairobi, in Kenya, and they are fantastic businesses. But what difference do you make? I think your vision is the one which makes that difference. Secondly, you have to have a really good and very well-trained team, and also well-motivated. They have to be happy and enjoy their job and their place of work.
Imagine that when you were starting your business, you received so many advices on how to run a business.
Yes.
Could you kindly tell us what were some of the best that you received, and what's the worst advice you've ever received?
Advice comes all the time.
Yeah.
Up to today, there's always somebody who thinks you should do something this way and somebody who thinks you shouldn't do something another way. One of the best things I have learned and advice I have been told is that, and it's so cliche, you have to go through time to succeed in business. There is no shortcut. And initially when I started and we advertised and we had clients flowing, I was like, yes, I have made it. But no, I have still not made it. You just must do time. Time is the best teacher. Time is the best lesson. Time is also, after doing time, it's the best reward you can ever get. You must do time, and you have to be extremely patient with business. Business for a very long time, up to until today, and I've been here for 5 years, it feels like a bottomless pit. You're always giving and giving and giving. But most people want to give today and get tomorrow. It will not be that quick. You know, the best businesses have been built in hundreds of years. If I give an example of like Nice and Lovely, when they sold for around 10 billion, the guy had done it for more than 10 years, and he had done really, really difficult business. So for us to get to that level, even as young entrepreneurs, we just have to be patient. And the generation behind me, or is it my generation, we don't have patience, you know. We want money and we want it now, instant gratification. But we also have to learn about delayed gratification, and it's also sweeter when the rewards come after hard work.
A majority of people just think entrepreneurs are balling in life, they're making money, you know, but they probably don't know maybe the stresses you go through. So could you kindly tell us some of the things that people don't know about this entrepreneurship journey?
The things people don't know is that entrepreneurship is a very lonely journey. And we look at entrepreneurs from their stories when we see them covered, like now on Capital FM. But it is a very lonely journey, because when you start, you put in everything, your time, your money, all your resources into your business. And what happens? You do not see your friends, you do not see your family, you do not have extra money for doing fun things. So you're just there by yourself. You're lucky if you have a spouse or a partner, and the team of people you work with, those are the people who will walk along with you, and some of course will go also along the way. Also, entrepreneurship is very challenging, especially in our country, and for young businesses, because when you look at things like financing, in Kenya, a bank will ask you for audited accounts for 3 years. So where do you get audited accounts for 3 years when you have not done business for 3 years and you don't have the money really? Also, access to finances, as much as looks easier, interest rates have gone down. There's lots of people giving financing besides banks. It's not as easy as it sounds, because I've been there. I have looked for financing myself, and I have gone through a difficult time. So it's not very easy. You will see fancy stuff here, but it's blood, sweat and tears. It's blood, sweat and tears. The other thing which is a challenge entrepreneurs go through is not necessarily wanting to go through your own journey. You know, peer pressure and competition is a big deal. And you will see Faith has started a salon. You will hear of Aliza's Platinum, but you don't know my story. I will see someone else doing another business, but you don't know their story. The best thing to do is to take your time and write your own story. That Rome was not built in a day. There is no other way to say it. Take your time and just wait your turn.
So you told me when we were interacting, you told me that you have a young family, a 3-year-old daughter, and you're married.
Yes.
So how has this journey of entrepreneurship impacted your personal life, especially you're having such a young family?
Yeah. My husband is very supportive. He supported me from day one when I said I was quitting my job and starting a business I knew nothing about. He was very supportive. He really believes in me. My daughter, I think she has suffered a little bit, especially in the last few months as we were setting up this. But I try and make her understand that I am going to work and this is for you really. It's not very easy when you don't see your child when they are going to sleep, you're not able to tuck them in, or in the morning you just say a quick bye when they are going to school. But that's part of the job. That's part of the job. You have to give some and to get some.
Okay. Could you kindly tell us, as we come to the end of our interview, what motivates you to run this business?
Wow. I'm motivated by so many things. My greatest motivation, besides my little girl, she would be my greatest motivation, is my team. When you look around, these 50 people depend on any decision that I make. And when you see these 50 people, they also have dependents. They have their children, they have their spouses, they have their families. So every decision I make affects very many people, not just the 50 you see. So my team is one of my greatest inspirations. And they are young, they have aspirations, they're so aspirational. They want to do great things in life. And when I see them, I want that for them. I was employed and I know how it was to be in a space where you may not be able to express everything you have. You're still young, you take your place where it is. But when I see these young people, I just see opportunity. I want to learn from them. They are my greatest inspiration, by the way.